Welcome back to Papa Junk Shop. Well, today I'm just going to waste some time and have some fun playing with the generators and charging batteries. So I got my little two-stroke generator out, and it's out of fuel. I'm going to put 1 quart of fuel in it, start it up, hook it onto the HTRC 48 volt charger that I mounted on the wall, and see how long it will run on 1 quart. And hopefully I can catch how much it puts into the batteries ampere hour wise too. And I got a couple other generators I'm going to try the same thing with. It's just for fun. I'll probably never use this unless there's some kind of a catastrophe or something. Electric's out forever. And you know, I can charge a lot faster using my one that's built in my inverter anyways, but this is just for fun. So let me get it fueled up and we'll fire it up and get started with this project. If I can get you on a tripod and get you pointed back in the right direction. Okay, there's my 1 quart of fuel. Hopefully it's going to go in and not on it. And I'll slobber it low, even with a funnel. See how many pulls it takes. There's out of fuel. 2. What, about 12 after 11. I'm going to go turn on the charger. I'll leave that on half choke until we get it loaded up. Give it a chance to warm up a bit. Okay. Taking a little bit to ramp up to the, should be around 10 amps. Give it one more round. Okay, 10.3. I'm going to go turn the choke off. And hopefully you can hear me. I turned the generator so that the lowest point of the fuel tank is on the lower side, so it should use all the fuel up. And these little generators are, some people like them, some people hate them. They're pretty amazing for what they are. This This one you see me rope start. The reason is that it came from Harbor Freight because somebody broke the starter trying to start it for the first time. So it was like brand new, and the parts were plastic, and I thought they're not going to last anyway, so I come up with that little pull start. Works great. So we'll see you in a bit. Okay, we're at the half-hour mark. We are at 9.4 amps, 4.6 ampere hours. Still charging at 54.4. So, check in within a bit. Just as I put the camera down, I heard the generator unload, and I thought, what the heck? And I looked and the thing went off. The cord fell out of the plug-in on the generator, so I got it back in. So our ampere hour stuff is going to be off just a little. I mean, it's only like a minute, but we'll have to remember what it was when we looked on the camera and add them together. Something I didn't expect. I'll have to keep my eye on that going forward. It's a little bit past an hour. I got busy and lost track. So we are at 53.8 volts, 9.6 amps, 4.9 ampere hours. Still going. Okay, we're an hour and a half. .8 volts, 9.6 amps, 8.8 ampere hours. Some surging on the little two-stroker. We have 1150, 3.8, 9.5 amps, 11.8 ampere hours. I'm not sure if it's just having a fit or if it's running out, but I thought I'd better look. Check. Where are we? Not quite 2 hours. Hour and 50 minutes, so we'll see. Okay, this is what's going on. So I'm assuming that it's about ready to run out. Let's put it on partially choke and see if it moves out. Yep, I would say it's running out. Just for fun, we'll see how long it runs half choke, making good power. And 12 ampere hours. There, it just stopped. So 5 minutes, well actually 7 minutes shy of 2 hours. And we had 12.2 ampere hours. So we'll get the next one ready and do it all over. Okay, this is going to be our next test subject. This is 800 watt earthquake, 4-stroke inverter generator. So I got a quart of gas measured out. I run this out. It quit. Just measuring cup slobbers. Okay, there's our 1 quart of gas. Let's see, that's still on. Choke. Like this. And the switch is still on. Time is 1:31. Hopefully it's not going to be cold-blooded. It usually is, so we'll see what happens. Turn it around. You can hear the generator speeding up. .6 amps. Alrighty, we'll check in periodically, see how we're doing. Okay, about time for a half-hour check-in. See how we're doing. 53.7 volts, 9.6 amps, 4.6 ampere hours. That's just about the same as the other one, time-wise. Okay, see you in an hour, if I remember. Okay, we're at the 1 hour mark, we're still going. We are at 9.3 ampere hours, 53.8 volts, 9.6 amps. Made it to the hour and a half. See how we're doing. 53.9 volts, 9.6 amps, 14.1 ampere hours. I don't think she's going to go much longer. The gas tank is looking pretty sparse. And we're getting some sprinkles here. Yeah, you guys can't see, but there isn't much in there. Made it to the 16.8 ampere hours, the same as the two-stroke, and it's still going. And we're, what, the other one went for an hour and 52. We're almost there. Shouldn't be long now. Kind of hard to believe, but we made it to 2 hours. It's still running. We got still charging 9.5, 18.8 ampere hours. Just stopped. This one you can't partially choke it or anything. It either runs or it doesn't. So we got what, 2 hours and 13 minutes? And we got 20.7 ampere hours. So we'll move on to the next one. Well, as usual, the weather guy got it wrong. Said it wasn't supposed to rain today, but it is. So our next test subject is going to be my DIY hopper cooled diesel generator. This is a 3.5 horsepower hopper cooled, which I put a radiator on, and as it can, you know, makes steam or gets hot, it condenses in that radiator and drops back down in the hopper, so you don't have to replenish the water as often. The generator is off from a Kohler generator that the engine was totaled, It's 1800 RPM and it's only 750 watts. It's an old timer. So I drained the diesel out of it. Hopefully I didn't get any air trapped in it, because as some of you may know, if you get air in the diesel fuel system, it turns into a nightmare sometimes. So I got a quart of diesel there. I got some water there to put in it. So get them in there and get her fired up and see how this one performs. This one's going to be noisy and stinky smoke. But we're just doing this for fun anyway, so I haven't had this running in quite a while. Those are a quart of off-road diesel. Mr. Hoops, you come see what's going on? Mr. Nibnose? You won't like it in a few minutes. And get some water in the hamper. And then make sure the drain is turned off. It's going to need a little more water, but that'll get us by to get it started. We can put it in after we get it fired up. Okay, fuel's on. Got a compression release here. Quite enough. Been a while since it's run. Cycles. I'm guessing that's a little bit of air. Hopefully we can get through it. We give it a minute, I think it'll straighten up. Okay, I think it'll smooth itself out there eventually. Oh yeah, I gotta look at the time, haven't I? Well, get this started. Hiccuping again. The voltage has got to be low and this thing's still working. I thought I drained that so I didn't introduce any air. Well, give me a minute or so until she smooths out. Okay, we're about 4:35. Finally smoothed out. Only took a couple minutes. 10.5 amps. So, let's see how this works out. Been a half an hour. See where we're at. 69 degrees, 54.1 volts, 9.5 amps charging, 4.9 ampere hours. And I'm sure you can hear it. Now we're at the 1 hour mark. Still going. Battery's 53.7, 9.6 amps, and 9.7 ampere hours. Now we made it to 1 hour and a half. 14.4 ampere hours. 54 volts. 9.6 amps charging. Okay, there's 2 hours on the diesel. I'm completely amazed. I never expected it. I thought this would be the least efficient just because of the, you know, it's really old school crude stuff. And it's still going. And we got 19.2 ampere hours. Battery's at what, 53.9 and 9.6 amps charging. So we'll see how long more it'll go. Now I walked out there to check on it. What, it's been 2 minutes and it just quit. So I didn't get to see the actual ampere hours, but I'm assuming it might have got another 0.2 on there, so did a lot better than I expected. So I think I got one more I want to try. So be patient and we'll get it ready. Here's our next test subject. It's a little Honda EG650. I bought this new years ago when we had a truck camper and there was a little compartment that I was able to hide it in. And you know, we didn't run much in a truck camper, so you know, it worked out nicely. It's 650 watts. Yeah, 650 volt amps, 550 rated volt amps, 120. So hopefully it's going to work. It does DC to 8.3 amps, 12 volts. So there's my quart of gas. We'll get in there and get her fired up. This doesn't have a very big tank. about 3/4 full. Okay, fuel on. Choke on. Switch is on. I haven't run this one for a while either. Gee, it pulls easy. Say, this has got to be just about maxing that little guy out. If I remember right, this thing used around upper 500s and low 600 watts, so maybe this one won't do it, I don't know. She's up to 9.6. Get my watch off here and get the time. So 6:47. Yeah, it sounds like it's working. Now, according to that little ammeter, it's just under 5 amps. So that's got to be just about max. We'll see over time. Well, it stopped raining, so I just sat it outside. I don't know if it's going to start again or not, but just for the heck of it, I'm going to unplug it real quick and throw this kilowatt on there and see how many watts it actually is drawing. Definitely maxed out. It may kick out over time. 600 watts. Hoping you guys can see that. It's starting to rain again, so I'm going to have to set it back inside. I'm going to go back out there to the kilowatt and go through the buttons, power factor, watts, volt amps, volts, hertz, all that stuff so you can see. I know you won't be able to hear me. Okay, we're at the half-hour mark. Still going. 53.6, 9.7 amps, 4.3 ampere hours. Okay, we're at the 1 hour mark. Should have shut that garage door a long time ago. It would have been a lot quieter. see where we're at here. 9.6 amps, 8.9 ampere hours, 53.4. So our ampere hours are off by just a little bit because when I unplugged it, plugged it back in with a kilowatt, so we lost about 0.2. So it's not off by enough to bother with. So see you again in a half an hour if she's still running. Well, it's 8:02 and the Honda is out of fuel already. So we only got, what, an hour and 15 minutes out of it. Okay, I figured up the test results. And you know, this test is not scientific by any stretch. You know, I didn't measure everything out perfect and keep exact times and all that stuff. It was just kind of a fun experiment, I guess you'd say. So the results are the Harbor Freight 800 watt 63 cc 2-stroke ran for an hour and 52 minutes and it made 16.8 ampere hours. So the little earthquake over here, that one made, that's 49 cc sine wave inverter. That ran for 2 hours and 13 minutes and made 20.7 ampere hours. Okay, the old homebrew DIY YX165 Chinese diesel hopper cooled 750 watt ran for 2 hours and made 19.2 ampere hours. And the little Honda EG650 only ran for an hour and 15 minutes. And I didn't see exactly when it quit because I expected it to run longer than that. So I estimated it at 12 ampere hours. So that one got the most out of a quart. Which one would I pick if I was to actually use one of these? You're probably going to be surprised, but I'm going to say this Harbor Freight one. And the reason being is that it has a 1-gallon gas tank. This one and this one have really small tanks, so you'd be messing with them all the time. And the diesel has a decent sized tank, but it's noisy and stinky, and you know, this wouldn't be my choice. It's just a fun thing. The earthquake, like I say, did the best, but it's running just about all it can handle. Even though it will do 800 watts, but you know, running for hours at a time. And it gets quite noisy when it's loaded up. And of course the little Honda didn't do well at all. This one I paid like 300 bucks for, and I think this one was around 250 on sale. This one, I'm thinking I paid around 300 bucks for the engine. I don't remember. That didn't belong to much. This one, I paid 20 bucks for, you know, as is, and all I did was create that starter thing. And this one seems to run the smoothest of them all. So, if I were to actually use one, believe it or not, that would be my pick. But, you know, just been kind of a fun thing. If you guys enjoyed watching me play with these, you know, give me a thumbs up. And if you feel the need, subscribe. And thanks for watching. We'll see you next time with who knows what. Oh yeah, for you guys that watch me regular, I'm still waiting for the wind to blow. See you next time.